Picture how robots have been programmed for years. Every new machine gets its own custom software, hand-tuned to its exact body, and the moment that hardware changes the code is basically useless. Skild AI wants to end that. The Pittsburgh startup recently raised about $1.4 billion, led by SoftBank at a valuation above $14 billion, all to build a single brain that can run almost any body. They call it Skild Brain, an omni-bodied robot foundation model. Let us unpack what that really means and why investors bet so heavily on it. First, let us put the old way of building robots next to what Skild is proposing. Traditionally, each robot ships with a policy trained for its exact hardware. A quadruped gets one model, a humanoid gets another, a tabletop arm gets a third, and none of them transfer. Change a motor, add a payload, or swap the chassis, and engineers retrain almost from scratch. This one robot, one model approach is slow, expensive, and it means every new machine starts learning with barely any head start. Skild Brain flips that around with a single general-purpose policy. Skild AI calls it the industry's first unified robotics foundation model, one brain designed to drive quadrupeds, humanoids, arms, and mobile manipulators alike. It does not need to know a robot's exact body in advance. The very same model drops into radically different machines, so capability learned on one form carries over to the next. So how do you train one brain to run bodies it has never met? Follow the idea one step at a time. Rather than waiting for robots to generate their own data, Skild learns from massive, diverse sources. It practices inside physics-based simulation, watches enormous amounts of internet and human video, and folds in teleoperation where people guide real robots. That mix exposes the model to countless bodies and situations no single robot fleet could ever cover on its own. All of that experience compresses into one shared policy instead of a pile of separate models. The brain learns the general physics of moving, balancing, and manipulating, rather than memorizing a single chassis. Because the knowledge lives in one network, a lesson learned on a humanoid can help a quadruped, and skills stack up across every embodiment at once. Once trained, that same brain drops straight into wildly different hardware. Skild shows it controlling quadrupeds, humanoids, tabletop arms, and mobile manipulators, handling chores like loading a dishwasher and tougher jobs like crossing slippery terrain. Crucially, CEO Deepak Pathak says it can control robots it never trained on without a custom model hand built for each one. Here the real payoff shows up. When the world changes mid-task, the model adjusts in real time rather than going back for retraining. Pathak describes it adapting to extreme shifts in form, so a robot can lose a limb, jam a wheel, or pick up a heavier load and keep going. No body-specific tuning, just live adaptation on the fly. Strip it back, and three ideas make Skild Brain stand out. They built a shared brain for many bodies. Skild Brain is omni-bodied, a single foundation model steering quadrupeds, humanoids, arms, and mobile manipulators without a per-robot rewrite. That is the whole pitch, replacing a zoo of hardware-specific policies with one general controller that treats a new machine as simply another body to command. They chase generalization over memorization. Because it learns broad physical skills, the brain reportedly handles hardware it has never seen and recovers from broken parts, jammed wheels, or added payload in real time. Instead of failing when reality drifts from the training set, it adapts, which is exactly what deploying robots into messy real environments demands. They are backed by an enormous bet, and it is early days. Investors including SoftBank, NVIDIA's venture arm, and Bezos Expeditions poured in around $1.4 billion at a valuation above $14 billion. Skild reports roughly $30 million in revenue and real deployments, yet a truly universal robot brain remains an ambitious, still unproven frontier. Alright, let us lock in the essentials. Skild Brain is Skild AI's omni-bodied robot foundation model, a single general-purpose brain meant to control many robot types without knowing each body in advance. It trains on physics-based simulation, internet and human video and teleoperation, compressing that experience into one shared policy that spans quadrupeds, humanoids, arms, and mobile manipulators. The payoff is cross-embodiment adaptation, controlling robots it never trained on and recovering from limb loss, jammed wheels, or new payloads in real time with no retraining required. Remember that this is a huge, roughly $1.4 billion bet on a single idea, that a general robot brain can beat hand-tuned per machine code. Whether it fully delivers is the story to watch. If untangling frontier AI like this is your thing, come explore more with us over at standarity.com.